All right, welcome to the Rock Show here on Lake Effect radio station here in Cleveland, Ohio. This is Band Week this week, so we have Blue Radio in the station, guys. How you guys doing?
Great, man. What's up, everyone?
Let's start this one more time. So you guys are talking about how you guys have an EP out.
Yeah. We released it at the beginning of this year. January? January. Yeah, literally the beginning of the year, and it's up on Bandcamp right now, and it's totally free.
Totally free. It's
just
also
search
on,
Blue Radio.
Spotify, if you listen to Spotify, or it's actually all over if you use iTunes or Google Play or CD Baby or of course YouTube.
It's very easy to get, and it's totally free. So just search Blue Radio Bonkers.
I use YouTube. I go to Bandcamp once in a while. Depending on the band has Bandcamp or not.
Mm-hmm.
Usually all bands have Bandcamp now.
Yeah.
And they have iTunes, but I don't use iTunes because I don't have an iPhone or anything like that. So I don't use iTunes. I try to stay away from buying music from iTunes, because I always want to ask you to buy other stuff, and I don't want any other stuff. I just want the album, not anything else.
Yeah.
And I got YouTube and Bandcamp, and I got Reverb Nation too. So.
Oh yeah, we have a Reverb Nation. We have two songs. We have one song from our first EP and one song from Bonkers.
Okay.
Reverb,
so how many songs are on the EP?
5 songs.
5 songs.
Yep.
And EP's name is Bonkers.
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 The reason it's named Bonkers is our old drummer Eli.
Yeah.
Always joked around about like when we make our album we have to call it Bonkers.
His idea was to make an album of just like us like screaming into the microphone and making noise and stuff like that. And he was like, I want to call it Bonkers.
And then we were like, what should we call our new EP?
Obviously, Bonkers.
Because I believe there's a cartoon named Bonkers.
Well, it's not that. It's our own thing.
I know. Because there was a cartoon back in the day, in the 90s or a little bit of the 80s and 90s. There's a cartoon named Bonkers. I don't know what kind of character it was, but I think it was like, I don't remember. I have to look it up later on or whatever. But there was a cartoon named Bonkers. But it's pretty cool how you guys how you guys call it Bonkers and stuff. So it's something that has to do with this that has to do with the song name of one of the songs on the EP. But usually albums have a song name in the song, and that's my phone going off. It usually has a song, a lyric in the song as your title of album. But it's cool how you guys don't have that. You went to a different route to that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. If you really want to dissect it, we call it bonkers because it's pretty bonkers. If you hear it, it's pretty bonkers. We recorded in our basement, and I did all the mixing myself.
Oh, really?
And I think the mixing is pretty bonkers. I mean, I think that's a pretty accurate way to say it.
And definitely, like, the musicianship on this album has taken a big step up from the first EP.
Yeah. Back when he was horrible at everything.
Back when I was horrible
at everything. Not
so. Who's your guys' major inspiration that got you into music? Like who's your inspiration?
I think like my go-to answer for this is The Strokes because I started getting into music in the capacity of writing it and creating it mostly in 8th grade. And I used to be really into heavy metal, and then I discovered The Strokes, and I thought it was pretty dope, and that made me want to do more alternative rock stuff. But I guess by that same token, you could say that I was equally inspired by Judas Priest, because they were like also one of my favorite bands back then when I was just starting to write music.
And the first band that I really got into was The Doors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
but
that's a good point.
I think what inspires Blue Radio, like if I had to pick some bands that Blue Radio sounds like, Weezer a little bit,
maybe a little bit.
Early Third Eye Blind, perhaps a little bit of Dinosaur Jr.
Jay Mascis is one of my favorite guitarists, so I mean, yeah. But every time people ask us like, "What do you guys sound like?" We're like,
a little bit of everything.
Songs, rock and roll,
How about a little bit of everything, pretty much?
A little bit of everything, yeah. You know, I've been trying to, incorporate maybe some smooth jazz elements, because at a show,
like a saxophone and stuff like that.
You know what? I maybe someday, because I have a bunch of friends who, some of them play saxophone, and I've considered reaching out to one of them, but I don't know. We were at a show recently, and we were talking to somebody, and we were like, "What's your band's? What kind of music you guys do?" And he was like, smooth jazz." Just kidding, heavy metal. And I was like, "That's actually not a smooth jazz." Nobody else at the concert would be doing smooth jazz. So what if we didn't do smooth jazz? We did an acoustic show that day. But that happens. You want to jump in here?
I didn't even think you liked jazz.
I don't dislike jazz.
Whatever.
Look, I was just, something came to my head and I said it, and that's why writing songs is a better way of communicating for me, because I get time to look back and make sure I'm not saying something stupid.
In case you can't tell, Sam is the mastermind of the band. He writes most of the songs. He books most of the shows. He does all the artwork for the albums.
I have most of the musicianship. Oh, what?
This next question might be the same question. I think probably, but who are some of your influences?
Yeah.
Sam, you mentioned the Strokes and I can't remember your name.
I'm George.
George, okay.
I don't think we said your name yet.
Yeah, I think we did.
We don't really like your name. We really roll off the tongue.
Well,
I'm George.
But George,
I'm the bassist.
you said you like the Doors, so I don't know if you guys have other influences that influenced you in the music and stuff, but
tons,
yeah.
Tons.
Yeah. And it changes periodically. Like I mean, I listen to a lot of alternative rock and stuff like that, but lately I've been listening to a lot of 50s music, a lot of like the late 50s, early 60s pop, and a lot of 80s like pop rock.
Yeah, I've been into the 80s like heavy metal, like the hair metal band stuff like that, and I've been into like the soft rock, the alternative rock and punk rock stuff in the 80s, and I've been on that riff for about a few months now. I can't get off of it. I can't get back to my mainstream, which is my mainstream listening category is like punk rock and rock and alternative rock, and I'm trying to get off the 80s stuff. I'm trying to get to what's current.
Just ride it out.
Like you got Slipknot and Mushroom Head and Good Charlotte and Sum 41, stuff like that. That's what I want to listen to now. I want to listen to old 80s stuff now, like Guns N' Roses and Poison and stuff like that. I mean, that's what I grew up listening to when my dad was around and stuff. My dad listened to stuff like that, and my dad's still around, but I should word that more specifically correct. But my dad listened to the 80s and stuff like that, and because he was born in like I think 50s or 60s or something like that, and he got me into listening to stuff like that. So I can't blame him for that.
Yeah, it is funny how that works. It's funny that you mentioned that, because a lot of what I've been listening to lately is stuff that I listened to when I was younger, and then I got into like punk rock and alt rock and stuff like that, and now I'm coming back to some of the stuff that I grew up with, the Motown and the 50s music and the 80s rock and stuff like that.
Yeah, but punk rock didn't come around till like the mid 80s, early 80s, something like that. Because it was all heavy. It was all that hair metal band and stuff, all that stuff, and the soft rock and stuff like that, and even there was jazz and stuff back then too, and people just didn't look at and punk rock. I don't know what band started punk rock. I don't even know.
Blue Radio.
I mean, if I had to take a stab at it, I would say the Stooges, but
I have no idea who that is. But
I would say Blue Radio.
Well, let's see here. What? No, we didn't mention this, but Sam, what instrument do you play, or do you sing?
I do guitar and vocals. We actually split the lead vocals.
Okay.
But I do lead.
And George does.
I play bass and vocals.
Bass and vocals, and you can play guitar and vocals. Okay.
Yeah, and then we've got two other members, Derek and Adam, and Derek plays guitar and Adam plays drums.
Okay. All right. So this song's for you, Sam.
And a fine drum set he plays.
And this one's for you, Sam. How old were you when you picked up your first guitar?
When I actually started learning guitar,
Yeah.
8th grade.
8th grade.
The middle of my 8th grade year, because then I got a guitar for Christmas that I committed to learning, and it was I'm left-handed.
Oh boy, yeah, those are hard to. Yeah.
So we had to restring it, and then.
Nowadays they make the. I think they make left-handed guitars now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I used to play. My electric used to be right-handed. It was restrung, but you wouldn't think it. But the balance was really weird. I had to put as much energy into keeping my guitar from flumping over.
Yeah,
as I did
over.
Playing in it. So I got a legitimate left-hand guitar, and it changed my life.
Now, George, what about you? I know you play bass, don't play guitar, but a guitar and bass is it's the same thing.
I still call it my guitar.
They're just called different things. I mean, basically it's still guitar. You know, it's still you know, that's what's called bass guitar. But how long when were you when was the first time you picked up your guitar? What age were you?
I didn't start playing my guitar until just before we formed Blue Radio, actually, because we formed Blue Radio for the specific purpose of giving a backup band to some of Sam's songs, because he had been writing tons of songs and needed a band. So I picked up his bass and said, well, why don't you teach me how to play this, and I'll be the first member.
It was a nightmare teaching him stuff.
It was.
He's no, it was actually fine. He plays left-handed, so
yeah.
It was easy because I bought a bass to record just a for fun album, and it was left-handed, and so luckily he's right-handed, but he happens to play left-handed, so it was just easy for him to pick it up. It's funny because Derek is left-handed but plays right-handed, so everybody in Blue Radio except Adam is kind of left-handed in some way.
Because I know I can sort of bat left-handed, but I'm more of a righty.
Yeah.
But I mean I can hit a ball left-handed, but it's not gonna go very far. But now my dad actually is both left and right-handed. I mean he can bat left or right-handed. But sometimes I can bat left-handed a little bit, but I can't really hit it very far. Like it'll barely go. Like I'm projecting he'll probably go like 9 into the pitcher. It'll probably go like 5-10 feet in front of the pitcher.
I'm not sure I could do much better.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have confidence in my ability to bat with either hand.
But how long have you been playing guitar, would you say?
Let's see, if I started in 8th grade, I don't know if I'd really count what I was doing 8th grade as playing guitar though, because I pretty much stayed on one string. So I'll count 8th grade as a half a year. Plus 9, 10, 11, 12.
Give or take 15 years, probably.
6.5 years.
Oh, I'm bad at math, so I'm off. I heard you say 12. I was like, wait a second.
Oh.
You said 12. I could have sworn you said 12.
Nope. I've been playing guitar for about 6 years.
Okay. And how long have you been playing bass for, George?
About
5. About 5. Same. Okay. Now, out of all the songs you guys have written, which one would you say is your favorite one that you guys have written?
I mean,
I know there's probably a lot of them out there.
My personal favorite is actually it's on the new EP. It's called All Mixed Up. That's my personal favorite.
I wrote that one.
Yep.
I'm a lyrical maven. If I had to say, favorites, maybe in terms of just the lyrical content, All Mixed Up is probably out there. But in terms of what we played live, Crush, which is also on this new EP, it's one of the most fun songs we play live.
Okay.
It slams hard.
I would say that Crush is probably the fan favorite too.
Well, call me a fan because it's my fave. but we've got a lot of songs that really have, I mean, tooting my own horn, but we've got a lot of songs that have a lot of energy that are really fun to play live or listen to. I mean, I'm sure if that's your thing.
I mean, I preferably like live shows, because you're able to get the crowd involved and stuff, and you're able to move around and listen to CD. You just lay in your bed or whatever and just watch TV and listen to music. It's like that's kind of lazy. I mean, but you get out and actually be able to listen to them live. A band live is actually pretty fun. Because the band connects with you on a different level than you are on CD and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And it adds that visual component to the
Yep.
band. It's like you can see how a band moves,
and you see how they play, and maybe you can pick up some of their movements and stuff. If you ever start a band and stuff, and it's just more interesting to see a band live than on CD, because some bands sound different and stuff, but some bands sound the same live and on CD.
Yeah.
But you're not always gonna get that same sound on CD than you are live.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, yeah.
But now when you're writing a song, what comes first in your mind? The lyrics or the music, or both?
It varies from song to song. Honestly, what I usually start off with is a title. I start with the title, and I base how the title sounds. I base what I want the song to sound like on how the title sounds. That's not always the case, though. All mixed up. The music came first. Sorry, the music came first. But then in other cases, like Crush, the lyrics came first. So it really depends on which song I'm writing, because most of my songs are influenced usually by a pretty specific event. So it just how I feel about whatever event I'm trying to write about sets the tone for the whole process. Except sometimes I don't write songs about specific events. Sometimes they're about nonsense, which you'll see in a little bit.
Because when I write songs of my own, the very first song I wrote, I actually wrote coming. I think it was coming. I was walking home from from the zoo, and the song just came in my head. I was actually just mumbling words and stuff, and just happened to come along. And then when I got home, I was like, okay, I had to put these words to paper.
Yeah.
And I did, and then a couple months, then about I want to say a year later, and it's been that long. A year later, then my friend came into the picture, and I asked him if he could put music to it. He put music to it, and it sounds really good. It's a slow song, but it's still a song that I wrote.
Yeah.
And in my mind, the lyrics come first because I don't write music myself. I don't know how to. But when I'm looking at the title, what the title would be, I just think of the song, and I play it through my mind, and then I just figure out is there a repeating verse in the song that makes sense to what you're trying to get to the audience to see and hear, and know what the song's about, and then I write that as my title.
Yeah.
What most bands do is they do the same thing. They did. Usually some bands I've seen. I've seen the lyrics pages and stuff, and they have their song title in the song.
Yeah.
So it's one of those words or sentences that repeats itself. So that's what I did. I didn't want to copy what they were doing, but I try want to make it a little bit easier for me. So that's what I did.
Right. Sometimes we'll start with a title, and we'll end up writing a song where the title is not even mentioned. Like over the summer, George had the idea for a song called Suffer Park. Mm-hmm. So he fleshed out the idea, and then I wrote the lyrics and the music, and it didn't end up using the title at all. Or sometimes I'll just write a song without a title in mind occasionally. And
the original lyrics to Suffer Park didn't have the title in them either, because it went through a couple different drafts.
Yeah. sometimes every now and then I'll write a song without a title in mind, and then I'll go through the song like reading lines, looking for something that could be a title. And if I can't find one, I'll just make up. I'll just like title it whatever the song is about.
Yeah, because the one song I wrote, it was actually a little bit ago. I think a few months ago. I still haven't finished it yet. But it still has no title to it yet. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out what the title is gonna be, but I have no idea what it's gonna be yet. But I have but I'll think of it eventually. But right now I just have too much schoolwork to get done and stuff, and I get done with that first before I can actually finish writing the rest of it.
Right.
And then usually what happens when I have a song done, my friend likes to correct my words and stuff. So in case I use the wrong word or the wrong sentence is wrong, he'll actually go in and fix it for me, and then record it himself and have him sing it, because I'm kind of bad at singing a little bit, and I'll have him sing it, and then he'll record it and send me a copy of it. So I have one song I want to do with him. It's just a matter of him having time. He's on tour right now. I think he's gonna be. I think he just left for Europe or not Japan. He's gonna be in Japan, Australia, and Europe until like the end of April, and then he's coming home. He's on tour with Hawthorne Heights. He's a guitar tech for Hawthorne Heights, and I don't know if you heard the band called Mest at all.
Yeah.
He's playing guitar for them too.
Okay.
So he's on tour right now. So I can't really ask him and bug him to do anything because he's on tour now. He can't do anything. He's having any recording stuff with him. So all he has is his guitar and his laptop and stuff. And that's all he has.
Wow.
So but yeah. Do you guys play any cover songs at all?
We've been.
Are you contemplating
we,
on any cover songs?
We do play cover songs, but like especially when we were just starting out.
Yeah.
We played cover songs so people would kind of have a mental anchor of what we were trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but recently we've been mostly writing
originals.
Yeah, writing the cover songs out of our sets. We do occasionally learn some just because it's fun to put your stamp on a song, just to hear how your own band does it. But for performances we pretty much stick to originals. Yeah. Because
I've seen bands. I've seen some bands do like I'll do like all originals and then without saying anything to the audience, they'll throw out a cover song, and they'll play a cover song, and people are like, "Oh, I know this," and usually that's in like either the middle or the end of their set. Like most bands I've seen play at the end of their set, which is the last song, which they want to go out with a bang and stuff with a song that everyone can dance to or jump around to, and it's usually at the end. I prefer the cover songs, like the bands that do cover songs. I like them. I prefer them at the end, because mostly I want to hear the original stuff first, and then they can screw around and do whatever next at the end of the song and stuff. But I think what people do with the cover songs is that they make it their own. They make it their own. They don't sound the same as the artist.
Right.
Sometimes they leave a lot of stuff out of the song, and they make up their own words and stuff, which is kind of cool. I've seen that a couple times. But one song I'm waiting for somebody to do, and I'm waiting for somebody to do this song. It's Umbop by Hanson. I'm waiting for somebody to actually pull off the song actually how it's supposed to be pulled off. Not necessarily perfect 100%,
right.
but hit the notes that they're supposed to hit at a certain point. Because what Hanson was telling, I'm telling this article, or this journalist or whatever you want to call him, the journalist from the magazine. They said that they want to see Bruno Mars pull it off because they think he can pull it off the best with his high vocal range and stuff like that. But I don't know. But that's one song I want to see. I like after every time I do my radio show here, I end with that song because it's a song everybody knows. Everybody might hate it, but it's a song everybody knows and don't. And it's a bunch of nonsense. It's a song that has no meaning at all. So I like that. So, but one song I hate hearing nowadays is a Baby song by Justin Bieber. I can't stand that song.
I think I've only heard that song like once.
I can't stand that song. I mean, people play that. My one friend's band says that they play it a lot, when they do cover songs and stuff. But I don't like that song. I don't like Justin Bieber in period. I don't think he's a good role model at all. He's terrible. But
Blue Radio's good role models.
Yeah.
Just so everyone knows. Tell your kids to grow up and be like Derek.
Then you mentioned you guys played instruments and stuff, so we don't have to worry about that. But have you guys played with anybody famous, like anybody would know that that's not the record label or has been out there and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger?
We've opened for Young and Heartless, The Stolen,
The Apprehended.
The Apprehended. What was the other band that played with The Stolen?
We Are Forever.
We Are Forever.
And The Big Time.
Surprisingly, I never heard any of those bands.
Yeah, we played with a lot of bands that come through The Outpost.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
And actually, on the 29th of this month,
Yeah.
we are playing at Empire Concert Club.
No, that's the 28th.
The 28th of this
Okay.
month.
Look,
28th.
I scheduled these shows. Let me take care of this.
You might want to I'm going to let him do this.
Yeah, we got a couple big shows coming up this month. We got the 28th at the Empire Concert Club in Akron, as he said, with the band from Ireland, Dissension Rising. Yeah, we've never played at the Empire before, but we just got contacted. The guy was like, "Hey, do you guys want to co-headline with this band from Ireland?" And naturally, we were like, "Yeah!"
And as we understand it, Dissension Rising is
Big deal.
A big deal in Ireland.
Yeah.
One of the #1 bands, so we're excited for that to happen.
Do you guys do you guys know a band called Goodnight Tonight?
Yeah.
They play the Kent stage and all that stuff. They're from Kent themselves, so yeah, we have them. We're there on the board right there on the wall behind us.
You saw their picture.
Yeah,
over
we couldn't get them in this thing for Band Week because they're really busy with their stuff and getting a little bit bigger. But I just want to mention that because because they're from Kent, and you mentioned that you guys played in Kent a lot and stuff. So.
Oh yeah, the other show that we are playing this month, though, speaking of shows, is we're going to the Foundry in Cleveland.
Okay.
It's another one of the like a big festival.
Is it the one in Lakewood?
I think so. We've never been to the Foundry before either, so we're busting into some new places.
Yeah, I think the Foundry and Mall Halls is in Lakewood. They both are. I think they're. I've never been there ever, so I wouldn't know where they're at, if they're next to each other or if they're just on different streets, right? Like kind of same in the same district area. But I've never been there. But my friends are playing there. Actually, the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus is playing there at the Foundry. I think in June sometime. I don't know. I want to go, but I don't think my dad wants to take me all the way to Lakewood. It's kind of a drive.
Yeah.
So where I'm at in Menor and stuff, and it's just kind of a drive. I stick more to the Grog Shop and stuff like that.
We've been to the Grog Shop.
I love the Grog Shop.
We haven't played at the Grog Shop, but we've been there, and it's dope.
Definitely hit up the Grog Shop. I mean, they actually I think if you call them on the number, if you go to their website, I think there's a number on the website, and you can call them and they can set up a scheduled date where you can play the show and stuff.
Right.
It's usually booked in advance, but sometimes they have shows depending on what day you want to play and what month you want to play. They usually have spots open. Because I was talking to my friend's band about opening up the Grog Shop, but they said they'll go to the Foundry instead. But yeah, you just book solid, but you never know.
Yeah.
Some people could cancel and stuff like that.
Right.
So you never know. But I love the Grog Shop to death. I mean, that's my one place to go for concerts. If you're up close, you get to meet people afterwards. You get to have a drink if you want to, if you're of age and stuff. And they have water too, so you don't have to worry about not being dehydrated and stuff. So,
not worrying about being dehydrated.
It's
my
good.
favorite thing
It's
to
good.
not worry about is dehydration.
But in my opinion, they should make the stage a little bit bigger. But what can you do? The place has been there for like I don't know how many years.
Right. If they made it too big, there'd be no room for people.
Yeah, that's true. See here. So you guys don't play cover songs. Well, you mentioned that you guys stick to the originals. So I'm not going to ask you about what cover songs you guys like to play because that's not even relevant to. I mean, it's relevant, but it's just not a question I want to ask, really.
Right.
Where did the name Blue Radio come from? Where did that name come from?
I'll let George take this.
It's just a name that I thought of. It doesn't have any deeper meaning or anything like that. We just needed a name, and I thought, hey, color object.
I had specifically, when George and I were trying to come up with a name, I had set the idea that I don't want a name that means something. I want to avoid, I don't want people to hear a name and think, that must have some pretty deep meaning. That sounds pretty serious. They must be serious dudes. I want people to hear a name and be like, I don't want to project our personality too much.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound too serious. Because we are kind of, on stage, we are not the picture of solemnness.
Professionalism, necessarily.
Yeah. We do our best. Well, we do our best. We succeed at having fun on stage, and we want that to shine through in every aspect of the band. Except in the serious songs. But those are still fun to play. We still have fun playing those.
So yeah, in short, Blue Radio, just the name, doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it means Blue Radio.
And it makes it makes a really easy symbol for the band.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is you guys' symbol for the band? Like, what does it look like? Like, is it like I think I've seen the one of your EPs.
Yeah.
I think I've seen one of your EPs. And it's got like a radio that's blue.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that.
Radio. That's it right there.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then.
Well, why don't we hear some of your guys' songs?
For sure. Yeah, this is.
Which one's? I mean, is C3.
Alright.
C3. So
should we pop on some
which one off the CD do you want me to play first?
Let's just go straight
through
down.
thing?
Yeah.
Go through 1 through 5. All right.
Yep. I was trying to come up with a cool way to say headphones, but I don't want to sound like
Some headgear.
some phones,
All right.
bro.
The first song on this one is called, I believe it's called, if I can see it from here, it's called "Moving On," right?
Yeah, that's right.
Moving On. Okay. All right. This is "Moving On" by Blue Radio.
remember me. I'm the one you said you loved forever. You went away, and it seems like you forgot about me. Now you're back, saying that you're sorry, but it's too late. I'm moving on, 'cause you're moving on. It's hard to love you when you're gone, and I don't wanna hear it anymore. 'Cause leave me be. Don't forget to close the door behind you tonight. I'm going out and I'm gonna forget all about you. And maybe tomorrow I'll think of you, but it doesn't matter. I'm moving on, 'cause you're moving on. It's hard to love you when you're gone, and I don't wanna hear it anymore, 'cause I'm moving on. Not for long.
Alright, that was Hey, oh, sorry. That was Moving On by Blue Radio. Next song is called Hey, Why Not? Enjoy, guys.
Got your doubts, I can see by your eyes. You think it's weird, but I think we'll find. It's you that I want, you want this too. What could go wrong? Already bruised, you think you're boring. I think you're hot. What I'm staring at is what I want. Hey, why not? You got the smile, you got the laugh. You want it good, got concrete in half. I've got the time and the design. My friends say it's clear, so open my eyes. It's not too much I'm asking, I'm just asking loud. What's the danger of diving in without a second thought? Hey, why not? Shake your hair, I want you to stay, I want you to care. Waited too long, I need you right now. I know that you know what I'm talking about, so come on with me. I wanna give it a shot. I need a change of pace, 'cause I'm sure jump right in without a single thought. Hey, why not? Hey, why not? Hey, why not? Hey, why not? Oh.
Alright, that was Blue Radio with Hey Why Not. Next up on Blue Radio, it's Mad Lib.
I sent a letter to write from a Mad Lib, but you were feeling pretty sad still this morning. I've been satisfied, gratified, and petrified before, but not like today. I never thanked you for all your wisecracks. I can be like a racetrack with no checkered flag. It's a major crash, I went too fast, I acted brash, and now I have a rash on my shoulder. It's left out all day. Please forgive me for acting like I was more than I really was. Sometimes my confidence soars and it leaves you sore, which brings it back down again. I guess I act like a clown every now and then. I rode a horse to your graduation, and a graduated cylinder couldn't measure my temptation. Tell you all my thoughts on go for walks in days of clouds and worn out hawks, but I kept my mouth shut just for once. Please forgive me for all these feelings that never made it out of my head. Sometimes my confidence shakes and I make mistakes. Every now and then it always brings me back down again.
Alright, that was Blue Radio with Mad Lib. Next up is Blue Radio with All Mixed Up.
You said to stay who I am. I hope I never change enough for you to not feel that again. Been all mixed up the last few days. If you think of me, well, show me. Show up in my dreams, and I will grow apart from all the things I know to give me grief, like all the silences that sneak up on me when I wanna speak. Your eyes wash over me like tides. Your hair is waves and I'm a little boat just hoping you'll be kind. I wonder where
where I am. We both see that same ball sinking down. And I will sail off to the distances, the ones I can't describe, from all the silences that paint me naked when I wanna hide. And if you should wake up and I should wake up, no longer confused, open the windows, let those silences all out of our room. Tomorrow knows but never tells. I hate books how they always end. Give up surprises for the spell.
All right, there's Blue Radio with All Mixed Up. Next up, it's Blue Radio with Crush.
This old heart of mine, I guess it will be fine. Come on, crush it if you want. Come on, crush it if you want. I'll painting windows I can see us together when I sleep. Perfume flowered fields, sunshine on our heels. Oh, come on, crush it if you want. Come on, crush it if you want. We could have movie fantasies. We could have fairy tale dreams. I know you know that I exist. I know you know that I exist. I know there was a time when you wanted me. Come on, crush it if you want. Come on, crush it if you want. We could have so much.
Alright, that was Blue Radio with Crush. Well, guys, that was actually pretty good. What the heck? Button? Okay. Buttons won't work. That was good. I just have a couple questions before I let you guys go.
Yeah, absolutely.
First question is, where do you guys see yourself in the next 5 years?
Crushing it. What? No,
That's really open-ended.
yeah.
You know, we've talked about this before and tried to figure out where we're going to be in the next year or 2 years or 5 years or 10 years or whatever, but it's really hard to try to figure something like that out.
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep doing it, and we're just gonna keep having fun with it, and wherever it
Keeping your own
leads,
way?
it leads. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I've been trying to, you know, just do booking at a like and increase where like our reach to the place we're going just in a reasonable way, and like you said, whatever is gonna be will be, and as long as we get up on stage and have fun playing the show and have fun writing the songs and making the records, it's a win for me.
And the last question is, you guys have fun today?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You guys
always,
good here.
always great to be
Lake
at
Effect.
Lake Effect Radio.
Thank you guys for having. Yeah, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, that's what I was I almost said that. So, thank you guys. This has been Blue Radio, and this has been The Rock Show on Lake Effect Radio Station here in Kirtland, Ohio.
Have a nice day, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.